Welcome back to Shenanigans, everyone, except for Connar.
I'm here. Told you, man, that recliner's comfortable. Really comfortable.
It's a very well-decorated room you have. I
know,
especially
isn't it?
appreciate all the pictures of your close friends and family on the walls.
Mm-hmm. I know, it's great.
God damn, Neal, what the hell?
I really just moved in. I gotta poke him.
I've been here
I've
for a
lived
month.
here for almost a year, and I normally don't hang pictures around.
Yep.
It's called the
Cause-
bachelor decoration.
Yeah, I've got.
Yes.
The only reason there are pictures on my wall is
Boxes.
because my parents were here.
They showed up one day and just like hung pictures and then ran away.
No, I like
this
to
is
think
the
of it-
house I grew up in, and my dad died, and my mother moved in with someone else. So,
So this is yours,
yeah.
and it's got your old family pictures around.
yeah, just paintings of like logging.
Of logging. I guess, well, it's appropriate for the region. Very nice.
Yep,
We had pictures of lemon and lime orchards because we grew up in Galita. So, you know, same.
Need some boat pictures.
Yeah, you guys need some boat pictures. Victor needs some... Actually, I don't know any Swedish stereotypes.
He needs some IKEA posters.
He needs
Maybe some pictures of a
some
moose.
pictures of trolls, Scandinavian.
Oh, yeah,
trolls.
we could get some pictures of trolls. Where's my troll thing? Where I put it.
But it has to be Scandinavian trolls,
Uh-oh.
Neal.
What about this guy?
Not a Scandinavian troll.
This is not a Scandinavian troll? I don't know what a Scandinavian troll looks like.
Just Google it.
Fine.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. And for Bastian, we could put up pictures of stand-up comedians because the Germans are
Wait,
known
what?
for their sense of humor and great comedy sketches. It's a joke, because you're not.
Yes, I know. I'm like,
I
I
don't
was
know
gonna
how
say
we
we
got
could put up-
distracted, but...
Pictures of sausage and beer, but
Oh, that's more appropriate.
no, that's
Yeah.
South Germany.
yeah, Germany. Germany's not big enough to have a south and a north.
Okay. Well, enough stereotyping
Chicago.
of all of the places that we live. Let's do our mission. You guys are in Shenanigans. You're about to leave because you've got a dangerous mission to undertake to get rid of the undead raising gnome.
All right, we have to go by the by the temple, I think. One of them, because we need some holy water.
Sure.
Right.
Nope, sounds good.
Because apparently you can't buy that shit in a general store in an adventuring town.
Yeah, that's just not around.
Let's go talk to the priests then.
All right, can someone of you maybe do the talking? I'm not good with priests.
I roll my eyes and like I head over to the church.
that's not much
Maybe
better.
Maybe Joe.
Yeah, I'll try giving them a talk. We gotta go take out a
Are you
necromancer.
not,
So
are you not confident in my like charisma skills, you guys? Like,
No.
do I not just?
I'm not confident you'll be able to get on church grounds without getting burned.
Or do you think he's a demon or something?
Sure is evil.
Wow.
Again,
Wow.
Well, I
probably
mean,
just
you
a
can't, like
dick.
take the lineman spell, I suppose. You could. It would bust me, but you know. They don't know that. Like, I could be charming when I want to. You know.
fair.
I don't disagree, but your companions seem to have a really one-sided impression of you ever since you asked them to murder your brother for you.
And
I
like he's
don't understand how that can be. Like, we have murdered so much together, like in the past.
Right?
Like,
for example, he admitted, and it's not like he admitted that he is a prick and an asshole.
Anyway, you head over to a church. Any old church will do. There's a temple there, a generalist temple to all the gods. And you show up on the doorstep. Out front is the High Cleric, a youngish gentleman He's wearing the long white robes that are of the kind of like head of the temple here in Berkshire. He sees the four of you approach, weapons at your sides, shields ready, looking like you're here for a fight. Puts up a calm hand and says, my children, what brings you here today?
Well, we got hired to go take out a guy who's apparently practicing necromancer. We're looking to acquire some holy water to help us.
Ah, yes.
Do you perhaps have any?
We have much holy water on hand, but we often don't give it out. We have found that in the past the holy water has been abused by those we've given it to.
How do you abuse
why is
holy
that?
water?
How do you abuse
They
it?
use it to fill their bongs to create holy bong water, which apparently is somehow less annoying. I don't know, but we've had people
What?
use holy water for drug paraphernalia. So we've been very careful in who we hand it out to as of late.
Oh yeah, no, we're
Your
gonna
divine
like.
influence. I assure you, our cause.
You say you give me your assurances, but you wouldn't be the first person to have assured me that it would be used for one thing when it was really used by another.
Do you want us to bring you back a zombie hand to prove that that's what we used it for?
Well, no, I would rather have proof before you go than after you come back.
For the contract, perhaps.
He pulls a backpack and pulls out the contract and shows it to him.
He sees the
Yeah,
contract and reads over it and goes, "This is all well and good."
Is there perhaps anything? Could we reimburse you a bit for the holy water, perhaps?
You know what we really need? There's a wedding taking place later today, but my lead choir singer has gone missing. If perhaps any of you could fill in, I would be happy to reward your efforts for with a few vials of holy water.
Our country.
The lead singer's gone missing.
I'm sorry, I can't really sing.
Yes, our lead singer has gone missing. It's a tragedy.
Right?
They weren't the ones getting married, were they?
No. No,
Okay.
no, they were not singing their own wedding. That would be ridiculous.
Oh, Victor, you're
Unless it was a
noble.
Bollywood movie. It'd be fine.
Victor, you're noble.
I did have to take a few singing lessons when I was a child, but
Wonderful, wonderful.
there's no way we could find this person.
Oh, sure. I mean, if you can find another person, that'd be fantastic. And then I would just not have to pay you the holy water.
I mean, finding your lead singer?
All right, Victor, you're saying. You're the only one
Are you
with.
picking me up?
Yeah, dragging him to the front. You're the only one with any singing experience, yeah? Do your best.
I suppose we wait, because like the wedding was later. Like, do I?
It's this afternoon. It starts in 2 hours, actually. I'm sweeping the steps now to prepare for everything, and I was beginning to panic, but the great god Astaire himself has sent someone to fix the wedding. I can see that this is his divine will that you are here, a trained singer and a noble nonetheless. Clearly, this is the will of the gods.
I just need to look over the songs that have been prepared then, I suppose.
Fantastic. It's a bit of an odd one. Are you familiar with the song "Mary Had a Little Lamb"?
Yes.
That is the song they wish to be sung at their wedding. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's because her name is Mary and he's a shepherd. And maybe it's a little meet cute sort of thing that Mary had a little, and he's her lamb, and you know, I don't really know. It's not for me to judge, but
I just look over to everyone like, I have to.
She isn't from a place called New Zealand, is she?
no.
Okay. All right.
I believe
Just had to
she's
ask.
from Middle Zealand. You know,
Okay.
After Old
Wait a
Zealand
minute.
sank, but before New Zealand was founded, there was a temporary place called Middle Zealand, and then it quickly got destroyed too. But she was from
Okay.
Middle Zealand before it got destroyed.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So we're
So
just hang around.
it's like I had to debase myself. No, holy water, like grumble, 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 grumble.
So you kick
The
around.
reward better be something extraordinary. Like
Yeah.
after we're all done here with this quest. All right, I suppose I go and I look over the I mean it's just that one song, is it?
Yeah, you just have to. You got to sing the one song. It's one that you know, so it's fine.
Right. Okay. I suppose I should rehearse a bit. It's keep the throat exercised.
If he goes like into the church, Joe's gonna look real intensely, see if his hairs get singed a little.
Not even slightly.
Okay. Well, while that's going on, Joe's got a couple hours. Joe's gonna go looking around at the pie shop, see if anyone happens to have any pumpkin pie.
This time of year?
Yeah.
He's gonna try. He has a craving. He's gonna see if he can find any.
What time of year is it?
It is July. It's summer.
Crazy how that works out.
Yeah, it's. I generally try and play in the time of the year that we real people are in. That way we get like a nice representation of all the seasons. But we don't always stick to that.
Aw, Neal thinks he's real people.
I hope you enjoyed playing Torque. You're gonna get eaten by a zombie gnome, and you're gonna die that
Coming
way.
up next, zombie talk.
That's next week's quest: is kill zombie Torque.
Zork.
All right, so no pumpkin pies, Neil.
Actually, there are pumpkin pies. Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, just totally gonna buy pumpkin pie.
Do they have cherry?
How
pie?
much? How much are they, Neil?
Oh, sorry.
The pumpkin pies are 30 each.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Joe will just
But
be.
before you buy that pie, would you give me a perception check?
Whatever it is, I'm rolling a d20 plus 10, Neil.
Sure. Oh,
What is
God.
with the pie, Neil? What'd you do?
All right, Joe. So you're here to buy the pie. This woman is selling you a pie. Her name is Magdala, and she's trying to sell. She's going to sell you this pie, and as you pay for it, and you're picking it up, about to take it over to a spot to eat it, you see this very sinister, sly grin like creep across her face the moment you turn to your side. The sort of grin that makes you think, my God, she's poisoned this pie and she's gonna eat my bones or something like that. You get this like, shit, she has one of those looks on her face. But just after you've turned away.
Okay.
Basically, hear a cackle in your mind.
What kind of like thing is this pie held in?
It's held in a glass pie tin. It's the sort of thing that you buy it, you sit over at the table nearby, and you eat it there. It's not like the leave and take it home pie case. It's just a nice glass dish. Maybe it should be
All right.
ceramic. It's ceramic. Yeah, glass would be more expensive.
Joe's gonna like just take the pie then, making sure to hold on to the actual dish itself, and just like dump the pie in the back alley. Return the pie dish and find a different pie place to eat at.
Okay. There is another pie place, of course. There's
Paula's
Paula's Pie
Pie
Post. Yeah. This is why you don't go to
Places that aren't on the map.
Yeah.
That's why you don't go to back alley pie shops.
Yeah.
Don't buy your breads and cakes at back alley bakeries, guys. Never know what is in them.
Yep.
Oh, which?
All right.
You always got to go to a place that has alliteration. You can't go to like Brunhilda's pie shop. You know, who the hell is this Brunhilda person? She could be anyone. But Paula's Pie Post, totally trustworthy.
Yep.
Right? Just like
totally.
Big Ben's Brothel and Paxton's Palace and the Red Rooster. They're very trustworthy places because of the alliteration in their name.
The Crimson Cock?
Shenanigans.
The Red Rooster.
The Crimson Cock?
The Red Rooster.
Crimson Cock.
The Red Rooster.
Crimson Cock.
The Red Rooster.
The Crimson Cockatrice.
Just how many times a year is there graffiti that appears overnight saying the Crimson Cock?
Never, because no one other than you guys think of it that way.
Anyway.
Yep,
So-
yep, we're definitely the only ones.
You're the
I-
only
12.
ones ever.
Only
Yes.
ones.
I guess Joe's just going to go and
Yes.
buy a pie from the actual pie shop.
Okay. You go to Paula's Pie Palace,
Yeah.
and you
Post.
get a pumpkin pie from Paula's Pie Palace, and
Okay.
it's yeah, it's delicious. It's fine. You don't have to make any checks. You're good.
All right.
Okay. Now let's move on to Victor. It's time for a wedding. Are you ready?
Oh, yes. I
All
am
right.
White. I am in my finest clothes. And
That's the word. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. That is the word.
And the groom is up at the front of the aisle. The pews are filled with onlookers, and the head cleric gives you a nod, like, it's time, son. And you can make me a charisma check if you don't want to sing it yourself, or you can go ahead and see how well you can perform Mary Had a Little Lamb.
All the verses?
No, let's keep it short. Let's not run too long with it.
Okay.
Yeah, just like the first
Alright,
verse or something.
alright. I'll like we say in Sweden, like you should offer from yourself, you know. Joke
Offer
about
from yourself?
Bjuda på sig själv. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, that lamb was sure to go. Thank you, thank you. I'll take those holy water.
You have.
That was good.
Yeah, that was actually surprisingly good.
Yeah, nice.
Frustratingly good,
Very nice.
actually. That's why no one else ever sings on this show. So go
So
ahead
now I'm
and.
just thinking, I would
I
just be
could've
like,
sung
Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah.
Mary had a
I don't
little
sing.
lamb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead. You can add 4 vials of holy water to your character sheet.
Yay!
Feel free to dole them out as you will or not at all.
I mean, the more people that has the holy water, the more we can dispense it.
Right.
So
And this is, they're a nice, good stoppered thing. So it's more of like a pull the stopper and splash the water than like throw the water and hope it breaks. This is a splashing effect. It's real effective.
All right.
how much damage would I do to an undead?
2 to 8.
2d4.
Pretty
Pretty good
I was
damage,
looking.
yeah.
I was
Guaranteed.
looking up earlier today, trying to figure out if undead could see in complete the darkness. So
And what did you come up with?
Can they?
no, nothing. There's nothing in 2E that says whether or not they can actually see in darkness or not.
What does the section on
doesn't
skeletons read?
Skellington.
I couldn't find a darn thing. There's nothing that mentioned their vision in there.
Well, wouldn't like zombies could still have eyes though, right? They're not necessarily eyeless.
even
But you could
zombies-
also have eyeless zombies. You could have both.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
The thing
So the
is,
question is how they
judging-
see.
Judging by what how late editions did it and how it is intended. Probably because nothing says that skeletons and zombies can't see shit, and late editions saying they have something like dark vision. So it's good to judge that the animation magic, the necromancy, gives them some sort of magical sight.
Mm,
It must be. It specifically says they have no eyes or internal organs.
yeah.
Mm.
So
But
that just makes like
Oh, there you go. That answers your whether zombies poop or not. They have no internal organs.
Well,
They have
that's
no
a skeleton.
well,
Hold
that's
on.
a
Oh,
skeleton,
skeleton,
not a
okay, okay.
zombie.
the only thing that is questionable, so for example, can a skeleton or zombie see in magical darkness? For example, late edition said they can't because they have dark vision, but they can't see through magical darkness. But that is, of course, when it's not specified, a question for the DM.
Yep. You should let each of your own DMs figure it out separately.
Yeah.
Everybody has a separate ruling, so to make it easier for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's all right because we've got continual light, not darkness.
Continual darkness.
Feels spoopy.
Feels good. All right. Are we set out?
I believe. Do you need anything? Any supplies? Any adventuring tools? Any?
I got some.
Food?
I mean, I suppose we get like some rations, but Joe's got a pie.
Wonderful. A pumpkin pie. A non-poisoned pumpkin pie. The best kind of pie.
How much
Pie that
damage?
won't kill you.
How much damage did holy water again?
2d4.
Okay, 34.
Anyway, we're also Joe's taking his donkey and pole cart
Mm-hmm.
with now 24 bundles of 4 flasks of oil.
Okay. Just getting rid of a couple of things here. You don't want any of this crap. Any of that crap. Any of that crap. Or this or this. That should be good enough for now. Excellent. So you set out on your grand adventure. How would you like to get there? You can take the one day to the plains and then come down. You could try and cut straight across the woods, or you could do one of the Connar specials.
That's the rock that did that.
The Connar special is you start here, and then you go over here, and you come up here, but then you take a boat from Darcis over to Bonmay, where then you hike across to Thickleglade, and then up to Grumpern, to Fendon, to Wickthron and Renta, and then as you get over to where you want to go, you kind of get lost in a tornado, which circles you back to Bergshire, and then you go around the Tempian Range, and then you come over finally to the place.
Yep.
I mean, I already gave you the best route.
Well, that's pretty accurate.
I don't know what your route is, Big Bad Cade.
The black one.
So you start in Bergshire, you go down to Bonmay, you take a boat over to Rencourt, and then hike down the Tempian Range. That's a solid one.
That's a scenic route.
It is definitely the scenic
Now-
route.
No, I think mine's the scenic route, the dark ride. We just go up to Kirschwick, take a boat all the way around the outside of the continent, then go to Stoneport.
Why not just travel to the other side of Arcadia, then take a boat, travel around the globe?
Well, because we don't know if the world is round or flat yet.
Then you just, once you get to the edge, you flip the continent to
seen
the
the
other
map?
side, because there is another world on the other side, of course.
Oh,
So you-
okay, just flip it over and just go over the backside. So the
Yes.
world's more of a Mobius strip than a globe. Okay.
That sounds kind of awesome, though.
That would be a stupid world, and I'd love it.
I mean, it's shenanigans. I think we take the blue route. I mean, a Big Bad Can would be for the blue route.
Okay, the blue route.
Because through the forest, I think nobody wants to go directly through the forest.
Yeah, that
Oh,
forest
okay.
is known to have orcs and ogres and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not that
basilisks.
bad.
And there's also like
Spiders.
this Shadu.
That's all right. They're down one 9th level orc fighter.
They're down a ninth level orc fighter, but they've got 3 extra Shadu that you'd have to talk to for half an
Oh,
hour,
my.
and that's just.
And I cut all their beards, like,
Oh god.
and talk to their stone dragon friends.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
we don't need to cut his beard for like another 6 months. We did that a few weeks ago.
Oh good.
Wow, a few weeks ago. Like,
It was actually part of a quest they did a few weeks back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
What?
It was the 5 DMs
4
storyline.
DMs.
4
There
DMs
was only 3 of
storyline.
us.
Yeah.
Because I remember doing that like several months ago now. Like going to
Yeah.
the-
Well,
Right.
the initial beard
And then it
cutting
had
was a
been
long
like
time
6
ago.
months.
Yeah.
I'm
Then
still
it was like 6 months, and then we rolled it into the whole weird DM thing.
Yeah.
I made the pixie cut famous amongst the fairies.
That's why it's called the pixie cut now.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
All right.
Let's get this show on the road.
again.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You're just on the road. Dooper derp derp burp.
Again.
Burp derp burp derp burp. Burp derp burp derp burp derp burp burp. Your
Yep.
first day is joyless and boring. There's not a soul on the road. It's overcast and like sometimes rainy, sometimes dry, and you're constantly like putting your hood down and then putting it up and then putting it down and putting it up, and then it's too hot because it's overcast. And so you like take off your coat and then it starts to trickle again and you put your fucking coat back on, and it's a long
You just described like the perfect, like the Swedish summer. You just like,
That is-
like the
I thought I was describing something terrible, and you're like, summer,
That's-
it's wonderful, I love it.
No, that's kind of on point. Like, you know, it's either like warm.
That is what
like,
happened-
It starts getting windy. Like, I put on your coat. Like, you take it off again. Like, it starts getting too hot. And, like,
That is what
like, yeah,
happened.
then
That
you
is
don't
what
worry.
happened to me and friends when we were hiking in Iceland, in the highlands of Iceland, in the summer. That was the weather. Like 10 minutes of rain, then 20 minutes of sun, 10 minutes of rain.
Mm-hmm.
Of
Yeah.
heavy rain, not just a trickle, heavy rain that came down from the sky.
I think it's all humid. It's
Never played that game.
disgusting.
Not disgustingly humid, no, because
Oh,
wind was
really?
blowing.
All right, you got lucky then.
All right.
It's Iceland. It's never disgustingly humid there.
Well, you eventually get to the campground at the end of the river. At the end of the road. It's not a river, it's definitely a road. Where you are free to, camp for the night. Let's roll on to the second day. In fact, let's figure out how many days it'll take to complete your journey here. It is probably like 35 miles, because, it's not going to be as a bird flies. So it's going to be another 2 days to get there.
Okay.
All right.
And we know what we have to find.
What do you have to find?
Well, if we see once we are near our target, it's southeast of the waterfall's direction. If you find a waterfall, or if we find an oak tree on a hill with red leaves.
Bastian,
Wait,
don't you know that you shouldn't go chasing waterfalls? Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast, alright?
Just around the river bend.
I have no idea what you're
Question
referencing
mark?
here.
There's a song called Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob would have gotten it.
Wow.
Rob is not here, Neal.
Excuse us for not being Rob, Neal. We can't all just be perfect like
I
Rob.
know.
All the
Sorry.
references guys like throw at each other all the time. So excuse us. You know.
It's
I just have the feeling you do not really appreciate us, Neal, just because we're
Yeah.
not Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not his we're not his main friends. Like we're just like his like friends. Like,
Oh,
they're very hurtful. The other
no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Oh, I feel bad now.
I'm one of the people
For 5
playing
years
cards with you, Neal. Is that nothing?
Well,
Nothing at all.
if you don't know the song "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls," then it's really nothing at all. It's meaningless.
Okay.
like our friendship.
Just like our friendship, meaningless. I don't care for it. Okay, so it's you guys are hiking. You're adventuring. You're journeying. We're
That's
moving.
real deal.
I know. And let's get perception checks from the whole party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Best stat, you guys.
Nice
Anyone
one.
beat a 25?
Yes,
Torque
I can.
beat a 25.
Ain't nothing getting past me.
Oh, I guess I can beat the 25.
Victor can too. You were joking when you said that was your best stat. I see. Excellent. All right, so Torque and Victor are cruising along. Are there any animals or wagons or airships in the
Donkey.
party that I should be aware of? You have a donkey.
I got a donkey. It's on a cart.
Donkey.
The donkey's on a cart.
Or
Who's pulling the cart?
rather.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Neal, I always have that communicator in my ear if I need a drone strike. The drone
Right,
is circling
right.
overhead.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about the communicators, just the
Oh
pack
no! You
animals
see, it
right
doesn't
now.
work. You see, because I'm wearing an aluminum foil helmet, which protects me from Obama's spy drones.
At
So
one point, I think Victor should have gotten a horse, but there's no horse here.
You are
so-
noble. You are actually required to have a horse.
It might
Given the
have
background.
died or gotten lost, or maybe it didn't recognize you after your transformation and so it left.
Probably.
so it left.
It's like, you're not Victor. I'm leaving.
Left.
It just like stands up, puts its bag over its shoulders, and walks out.
It's fine. I never lied to you anyway. The horse will remember that. Yeah. Well, I'll just get another one. I'll get one at some point.
All
Just
right.
waiting for the Pegasus to, come.
Right. We're all waiting for those Pegasus to come by.
Yeah.
Anywho, Victor and Torque, who are both walking on their 2 feet, respectively.
Yeah.
You spot what looks like a pack of dogs off in the Tempian Range, no, the Alardian Crest, that are coming at you, perpendicular-like.
Torque, can you go talk to them?
They're a ways away. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
it's a big,
What
flat, open territory, so you can see anything coming from a long distance away, and vice versa.
what are you talking about?
Oh, see over there.
You know,
It's
that,
like a bunch of
those
dogs
bucks,
running.
Like running over here.
Wait a minute,
Far.
there's something riding those dogs.
What?
There's something riding the dogs.
Mounted halflings.
Yeah, they look like they're medium-sized creatures, like a German Shepherd. Medium-sized dogs.
Right.
Like a German Shepherd.
Big, but how far away are they?
Oh, few hundred yards.
Okay,
400 yards. 400 meters.
All right. Once they're within 200 yards, Big Bad
Very
can
small
will.
hobgoblins.
Big Bad can gets his longbow out, like. And once they are within 200 yards, he will fire a
Why are
warning
you
shot.
shooting at him?
Or just
Okay,
a warning shot.
Warning shot. That's fair.
Yeah. Once they're within 200 yards, because 170 yards is the range of a longbow.
Just like prepared to take out the shield and
Yep.
Right. So you guys have a moment to get ready before the pack of dogs intersects you. Whether they're angry or friendly or playful or just heading your way, you can take your shot. So when they get to about 170, at 200 yards is when you just fire a warning shot, right?
Well, can I now see who's riding these?
It's something pretty small, and they're like close to the dog, so they've got like a low profile. It makes it really hard to say, but they're definitely a small creature, something that could ride a dog.
Do I see any weapons or anything?
Give me a second perception check.
All right.
Oh.
25.
Yeah, you think you recognize a quiver on the back of at least one of the figures riding the dogs.
They're weapons, and he's going to
have
shout.
we-
He's going to shout, "Stay where you are!" and fire a warning shot.
All right, your warning shot clearly can't hit anything because it's beyond your range, and so it just kind of offs into the
front of them.
distance. Yeah. And that is when these little creatures start to sit up a little bit more, and it looks like they are going for arrows on their backs. It's time to roll initiative. They are ready to engage you.
All right, time to use these Patriot missiles that I have as arrows because of the +5 strength bonus on my bow.
Yes.
If I just want to can they reach us within one round?
Oh, group
Definitely.
initiative.
Let's do group initiative because there's a bunch of these
Okay.
little frickers.
Okay.
So someone roll a d10 for the party. Starting
5.
with Joe. The party will go first.
Right.
Nice.
It's typical of Joe to roll a 5 on a d10, don't you?
Right? That's just how Joe
Joe.
rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, so are they too far away to get attacks on them with a melee weapon?
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Unless they you might be able to ready an action and then maybe they'll close.
I suppose Joe will do like a half move forward and
Okay.
then ready an action to attack.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
How far away are they right now?
About 200 yards. That's when you
Okay,
fired your warning shot.
Big Bad Cane will. They do not look like they have big bows or something, right?
No, they're tiny creatures on dogs, right? They've got to have at best short bows.
Yeah, he. What is the range of short bows? I would probably know, right? The average range of short bows.
Short is 50, medium is 100, long is 150.
Oh, right. So he will wait until they're in long range, 170 yards.
Okay. Fantastic.
Both are 2 attacks in the round, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Torque. Torque Delaney.
Yeah, I'll just wait to fire until Big Bad Cane fires.
Okay.
I have 2 people firing.
Excellent. And Victor?
I think I'm just gonna hunker down near the cart, really. See if I just to take a defensive position
Sure.
there, because I don't think we can get.
Sure. The pack of critters gets closer. They come within your 170-yard range.
Okay.
Go ahead and make attacks at long range, which is -5 to hit.
-5, all right. Yeah. My attack goes at -5. At one of the wolves.
You hit one of the dogs.
Oh, I don't.
Torque misses one of the dogs.
Okay, that is. They are. Okay, it doesn't matter how tall they are. 7 damage.
The dog face plants into the ground. The creature on top of it gets thrown and tumbles, and while it's flying through the air, you get a good glimpse at it, and it's definitely a kobold. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
It will land in the ground and probably take some amount of damage from being flung by a dog. And
Breaks
you know.
neck.
yeah, Torque, you had a shot that missed, and it's time for the others, the monsters, the kobolds, to return fire at you. They kind of turn their dogs once they're in long range and take some shots with penalties to hit. Joe, how does a 14 hit you?
It does not.
Torque, how does a 0 hit you?
It's narrowly a miss.
Okay. And Bastian has a 5 work? Yeah, I don't think so.
I look way behind me where the arrow hits a tree.
but I suppose the natural 20 is always a hit, regardless of the penalties on it. So, who does that one target? Actually, that was the first one. So that's Joe. Joe, you get hit by an arrow.
Oh no.
Yes. It's
One
all
damage.
over for you. It's curtains.
It's an arrow.
Gently wafting curtains for you, buddy. You
Oh,
take
no.
2 points of damage.
Ow.
Wait,
am I the only one up front?
No.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Maybe. I mean, Torque, Joe, and Big Bad Kane are all visible and are all being targeted.
but yeah, the other two.
Okay, but the level 2 is up front way above everyone
I mean,
else.
I don't know
I
what
got
you
a bow.
thought, what you're thinking when like you have 2 bowmen firing in the back line, you run forward against other bowmen.
And Torque, a 15 does not
Alrighty
hit you,
then.
does it?
Oh, it just barely does not.
All right. So then the other arrows all kind of rain around you and miss. And the dogs, wolves, whatever, start kind of turning and heading back away from the party. So they like close in for their volley, and then they start to turn and head back. Everyone gets second shots.
Are
If
they
you have
still long
second
range?
shots. Yes, still at long range.
Should I bought a bow?
Oh, against one of the. No, that will miss.
Same exact roll.
Boo, boo. And they get their second shots. Miss. God, that's like the third 19 that they've rolled, but the -5 makes it a 14, and a 14 doesn't hit you, Big Bad Kane, does it?
20 AC.
Yeah. So some arrows land around you. They kind of dink off of your armor. They fall to the ground. The dogs have turned and gone. Now they're at 200 yards ish. We can roll initiative again.
Who?
Do you have an extra bow, anyone? I mean, I can't really do. I can't outrun the dogs, and I can't
Ooh.
All right. They go first, and they just kind of back off and leave.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
2
right.
volleys did nothing,
They
basically.
come in, they made some volleys. One of them got shot down, and they left.
And he's probably like running away right now.
or made a splash. Right?
Unless he has a broken neck.
Yeah. Yeah, that one has not gotten back up. So,
Can I recover the arrows the one I hit, the wolf I hit? Can I recover that?
no. Definitely
Alright.
not. You hit a wolf at 300 yards, and then it face dived into the ground. It's all
Oh yeah.
broked. Yeah. So good stuff, everyone. Good
Defeated some
Yeah.
kobolds.
stuff.
Everyone,
Mounted kobolds there.
great job. You scared them off. I was just behind you, but those cowards just fled. So, but great. Let's.
They'll
continue
probably
on,
be
shall
back.
we?
How about we keep moving?
Yeah, let's keep moving. They might be back tonight.
So you guys keep moving. Joe, can I get a Constitution check from you?
Aww.
Poison arrows, I knew it. I knew it.
Neal wants to test out his poison.
What? What bastards?
All right, you guys keep walking like nothing ever happened.
Joe is like, I'm not having this today. Average Joe gets his 20s.
Yeah, is that the third 20 or the second 20?
One.
It's at least the
Two.
second.
It's second, I think. Yeah, the second.
Okay.
Second natural 20. The third in total in this game for us.
Yes.
It is.
You guys keep going on your little journey. Later that day, you do see the kobolds on dogs again. They're hanging back at 500 yards, keeping well away from you. And they seem to be kind of following along. But after a couple hours of following you around, they just kind of break off. It looks like maybe they were waiting for one or two of you to be laid low by the poison so they could come in and try again. But since the first volley didn't work and one of their own died, they're just calling it and backing off. You spend the rest of that day getting to roughly about here-ish. Is that right? Yeah, roughly about there-ish on the map. when you settle down to make camp, and I hear something in the other room that I need to go take a look at. So why don't you figure out what you're doing together while I make sure the house isn't on fire?
It's good.
That's a good thing to make sure of.
House is actually on fire.
House is actually on fire.
Yeah. Well, maybe we
Class
should
alpha fire.
find some sort of shelter, perhaps. I'm not sure if we should be. If we have to be a bit more cautious, perhaps. Then trying and come back again. I don't think they will, but
Definitely.
Well, we have
Definitely
some
watch
trees
it.
around. We can head for some more cover.
yeah, for sure. Hmm.
Eh.
Anyone have an extra bow?
Nope. Also, you can try draw this one. He kind of hands you the bow.
I kind of like I look at the bow, like I try to like pull the string a bit, but
I
I'm
mean,
guessing you have
it's
to
a-
like have like exceptional strength to like pull. The
It's
string,
a bow made for 18-95 strength.
Yeah.
It's like
You're
Yeah.
basically a great archer of Anor Londo.
Yeah.
yes. I'm like oh yeah. Now I know what
basically.
Big Bad Kane shooting a bow is like.
Yeah. Freaking Patriot missiles.
So you
Fucking
make
hate that part.
your camp here for the night, and you set your watches,
Right.
and you all go to bed.
And we all wake up. Nothing happens during the night.
1, 2, 3, 4. Victor, will you make
Yes.
me a perception check during your watch, buddy?
Well, I can certainly try, Neal. 22.
That's pretty good. So you're hanging out near the campfire. Everyone's got their... I don't think actually anyone has a tent, so everyone's just lying on the open ground.
I have a tent.
Big Bad
He does have a
Kane
tent.
is in a tent. Everyone else is just lying on the cold, hard ground, because I don't think anyone has a bedroll except for maybe Big Bad Kane. Maybe not.
No,
I don't have a bedroll. I have a tent.
bedroll,
Okay, so Victor's got a bedroll, but Big Bad Kane has the
Kane.
tent.
yeah.
Everyone else
probably-
is just on the hard floor.
Which probably his feet or like his boots kind of stick out because he's like
Yeah.
6'6".
Yeah. Anyway, so Victor,
Yes. I am Victor.
you hear voices, distant voices carried by the winds towards you. You don't know how far away they are, but they're definitely like they're from upwind, so they're kind of like floating towards you from afar. What languages do you speak, Victor?
I think I only speak common, really.
Yeah. You don't know what language this is, then. It's not a language you're familiar with. It's not even a language you've ever really even heard, or at least if you have it, it's been infrequent and rare. And
I could recognize like things like Elvish and stuff like that, right?
yeah, you could probably recognize Elvish and Dwarven and Gnomish and Halfling. It's none of them races.
Right.
You can probably recognize Kobold as well. It's definitely not that.
Right. Would a let's see here. Does it sound like? Is it particularly like a melody? Like does it look like? How does it sound like the when it's is it like a melody almost?
No, it's not very melodic.
Melodic.
Where is... I have a thingy, maybe. Do I have a thingy? I once upon a time had a thingy to deal with this. And I
don't know,
lost
we,
it.
We talked about this like beforehand, before the stream.
Yeah, I lost it.
Yeah, it's just attachable. So.
Yeah, it's detachable. Where...
It's detachable?
It's detachable.
Mm-hmm. What is it when I get hungover? It's missing in the morning.
Yeah. You wake up and it's not there. So you got to go call the party. Okay. You know what? I take it back. It's a little melodic. It's
Okay.
Orga Barga, Lorga.
No.
I'm sorry. I looked up the chart of linguistics, and that's actually how it goes. It's a wild coincidence, but it's there.
I don't believe you. But
You can believe me. I'll show you the chart afterwards, so you know that I'm not making shit up.
All right. So
On the side, Neal's like, quick, gotta make a chart.
So I will refer to the Swedish chef, like, and in front, try to like make it out like what it could be. Does it sound like it? Just like I hear these voices, they're far away, and I.
Yeah, they're kind of deep. You know, it's more of like Yorgi Borgi.
Okay. Sounding. Do I hear anything like other than that? Like.
Yeah, it's just some voices off in the distance.
Just some deep voices coming from the forest.
Just some deep voices, like clearly deep voices. Right. Okay. I'll try to gauge like how far away they are, and like just like try to like pinpoint which way they're coming from. And, like, do we have a fire outside? Like,
You do have a fire. Yeah, you're warming yourself by. So when summer evenings, nights can be a little bit chilly. And
Okay.
as you're sitting and listening to these deep voices, you hear like something nearby cracks. And it could just be, something, a deer moving through the night. It could
Right.
just be the crack of the fire, but you're starting to get like a little concerned here.
Okay, I'll start like rousing the party and like kicking like hey wake up,
What?
shh, like kind of like put my hand over his mouth like we have company.
It just goes flying
Ow.
across the camp.
Just
Like,
flying.
almost like take a bit of pride damage, but alright.
Take 1 + 5 damage to your ego.
Yeah.
I start like hey wake up. Hey,
Yes, you start to rouse these people, and as you get up from your spot near the fireplace and go to rouse these people, you hear those deep voices get loud, and you realize that they were just maybe like 30 or 40 feet away from you, but whispering, but their voices are
Yeah,
a little bit.
but there was like I was thinking about putting away the fire, but like there was obviously watching us.
Yeah. And as the party is waking up, 3 ogres burst into your area, dimly illuminated by your campfire. They are bearing large trunks or logs that they're using as clubs, and they are mean. They're like 9 feet tall. They're super scrawny with like these long, lanky arms that go down to their knees. They're a little terrifying.
Jorgen,
Morgan, Lorgan.
yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of figured it was giant, so
3 Swedish chefs.
I'll show you my linguistics document that I made
Yeah.
like 30
No,
years ago.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Now I just
No,
want them.
I'm not offended in the slightest.
It was
Swedish
based.
chef is a genius character.
Well, it's actually it's based after the Midwestern American accent, which is in turn based after a Swedish accent because that's where all this. It's actually more of it's more Midwestern than Swedish, but they're a similar origin story.
Right. Okay.
right.
It's
Right.
So I guess I have my armor on, right? But
Yeah, you're on watch. What sort of person sits on watch without any weapons or armor, right?
I sleep in my armor. Big Bad Ken sleeps in his armor. He's already.
All the time, really? That must be
Every
very
time we've had
uncomfortable.
it so far, I've slept in my armor as Big Bad Ken.
That must be very uncomfortable. You must be constantly exhausted, never fully rested, and like this hair is getting pulled out of your arms and your legs and your crotch all the time by like the armor pinching against you while you're sleeping.
Wait, let me.
Kate
look
is like
at
forever fatigued.
Splint Mail. Let me look what how Splint Mail is. Yeah, okay, splint mail.
It's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah, okay. Well, splint mail has the different... Not as uncomfortable as plate mail.
That's really not saying much, you know.
Alright, he's not in his armor.
I'm not saying you can't be in your armor. I'm just saying that you have terrible sleep. You're always tired
He has four
uncomfortable.
charisma. There it is. He always looks terrible because
Sure.
he...
All right. Let's do some group initiative as 3 ogres burst onto the scene.
I'll do it. Hurgen Durgan, motherfucker.
Nice.
Guessing we don't go first.
No, you do not go first. One of the ogres jumps into the fray, naked as the day he was born, swinging a big club right for Victor's face. Is a 13 to hit.
No.
No. The second one comes over with an overhead smash at Big Bad Kane with a 17 to hit.
Nope.
And the last one comes over to Torque with a side swipe towards him while he's on the ground. Oh, God. With like an 8 to hit, and then maybe some bonuses for you being prone or something, but it's still a total miss. Okay. Yeah, it's just another wild swing and a miss.
At this point, like everyone is awake, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
awake.
Yeah. Okay. Let's retaliate. And if I'm not mistaken, there's extra like rapiers does like 1d8 against large creatures.
Maybe, probably. I don't know.
Probably.
Look it up.
So it's just 1d6, 1d8. So I'm assuming it's against a large creature.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I
Alright.
shall
Well,
poke one. I shall poke a little pig.
Poke
the
a little
piggy.
pig.
Poke a little pig.
I assume banded mail would take a while to
Oh,
put
no.
on, right, Neal?
Yes.
That's
Alright.
that's a miss. I'm assuming. With 7.
7's definitely a miss.
And I'm
yes,
not
sir.
I'm not at the point where I get like 2 attacks, right? That's like level 5 or something.
7.
Level 7. 7.
7. Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going... These ogres are naked, right?
Naked. Super naked.
Alright. My
Not-
first attack will be a cold shot with a sickle. To the... Because, hey, they're ogre, they're taller than me. It's
Yes,
right
that'll
there.
be right about. Well, what's your height?
6'6".
Okay, so ogres are 9 feet tall, so your head is coming up to about their
Yeah, but
chest. It's arm height.
Okay,
Go ahead and give
that's
me your
a-
called shot at -4.
Right.
15 is exactly their AC.
Nut shot.
Okay, that is... Oh god. Oh god, that is... 10 damage to us. I think that's gone. With a sickle,
Detachable.
even...
Flies
It
off
is
his-
detachable, everybody. The ogre's gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, "Oh my god, what happened?" We'll have to go to the
No,
flea
he's
market.
not gonna wake up.
And
Wake up!
A song
These are
about-
ogres, not
second
trolls.
attack. I mean, how does the ogre react to that?
Hold on, I'm calculating its HP. For those of you that wonder why we keep making detachable jokes, there's a song out there about things being detachable. Just Google detachable song and you'll get what we're talking about. You did 10 damage. Okay.
So the ogre goes from below.
Yeah.
Second attack comes
Alright.
in at normal.
And that is a miss.
18.
What?
Oh no,
What?
the 10 was a miss. Okay, 18's a regular hit. There we go.
No, that was the
10 is
damage, Neil.
Okay.
And that is 11 damage. To just slashing it.
Just regular, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna, you might as well link it at that point, Connor.
I know.
Did it do anything? Is
that's
he
a lot of
stunned
work.
or anything from just losing everything in his nether region?
Let's just say the ogre is surprised by this course of action, and some might consider him stunned. Something to that effect.
All right.
Retching in pain.
Yeah.
So, Neil, can I go next?
Yes.
Okay. So all the ogres are on one of them. Joe, just with a spear, is going to circle around one of them. And you know the Japanese thing they do with like the 2 fingers and like hitting somebody's butt?
Oh,
No, I don't know the thing that.
They basically
okay.
do this right up the butt.
Yeah.
Except he's going to do that with a spear.
What is it called in Naruto? 1,000, use your 1,000 deaths or something.
Roto-rooted
Yeah.
that freaking ogre.
So,
Go
actually,
ahead and
what's
give
my
me
2
A
hit?
spear.
a roll to hit.
1,000 years of death.
It's probably not going to hit. Nope.
No,
Okay.
it gets caught in the thick ogre hair that guards their butt crack. It's very coarse, like wool, and so the spear kind of just gets stuck in there.
Oh.
Yeah, comes away with a little
Oh, my
extra
spear.
something. Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
Yay! He can poison them now.
God. Yeah, that'll get an infection, all right.
Yeah,
Septic damage.
yeah. This is a mature show for mature audiences, everyone.
Very mature.
Connor, you want to take a turn here?
Yeah. I have my
Second
shield
boy.
on, right?
Take him.
Yeah? Shield? Yeah.
It takes
yeah.
a round to put on a shield, so no.
Alright, then fuck that. I'm putting my shield on. I want some AC.
You put your shield on. Excellent. Big
Yes.
Bad K, take a turn.
Shields up, weapons on.
I already. Oh no.
You've already. Wait.
Yeah, I already cut someone's.
Victor, you haven't gone, have you?
Oh yeah, I did.
You did. Okay.
I
I'm just.
went.
You went first.
rapier.
I'm getting confused. Right. You rip-eared.
Yeah, you ripped early.
Fantastic. Let's roll initiative. No, wait. They haven't gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
roll
did.
initiative.
first.
First.
Alright, I got it.
too much detachable.
I just,
Oh, no.
no, the ogres go first. So Torque is like backing to put on a shield, and that's when the ogre that was facing Torque is like, this guy's like not my whatever. He turns to face Big Bad Kane. And the
just
one that's
cut
fighting
idiot.
Victor turns to face Big Bad Kane.
Oh,
All 3 ogres are looking at Big Bad Kane. One of the ogres is like one-handing his crotch, and blood's just kind of leaking out. And he says something in ogre and points to the ground. Where there's
It's
something
detachable.
is lying.
Detachable.
Alright.
And the ogres all focus down on Big Bad Kane because you know why.
Understandable. Neil, it's understandable.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
it's To be fair, I'm getting 3 attacks this
Holy
one.
shit! Natural
Okay.
17 and 2 natural 20s.
Wait, wasn't the one ogre stunned?
That's true. He probably doesn't have a turn this round.
Yeah.
Let me.
That is why I did
Yeah,
an extra
yeah.
cold shot to his nuts. So
Yeah. All right. So your AC is 20.
yeah,
Okay, so that is 2 critical hits on you.
right.
Great. So that's going to be
Well,
1,
that's gonna
2,
be
3,
very bad.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 d4 plus
That's not
12.
too bad.
Plus 12.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's that plus 12 that's like,
Yeah. Oh my god. These rolls.
that sounds like it's a lot of 4s.
It is 4 4s, 2 3s, a 2, and a 1. So that's 12, and 6 is 18, 19, 20, 21, and 12 is 30 something. 33.
3. I'm at 9 HP.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, so one ogre comes and just like smashes you from the side, like hitting you right between your head and your shoulder, sending you reeling. Only because of your armor are you even remotely alive. And then the other one comes and hits you from the legs and just knocks your feet out from underneath you, and so you're just battered into the ground, lying on your
right.
back.
Alright.
Especially chop blocked him with
Wait,
logs.
before you do anything, Big Bear kind of like jumps up. Okay, first I'm going to finish off their body.
You're gonna put him out of his misery?
Well, not with that roll.
Oh no! Swing and a miss. You hack at him and it cuts into his thick ogre hide with no
I have 3
effect.
attacks. Oh, come on. Yeah, there.
There you go. The last one catches him.
Don't you get like extra if he's stunned, like to his?
Oh, he's stunned. Do I get?
But didn't you roll a 1?
But,
the,
The second one might hit. Hold on, realgoblins.com/dmscreen.html.
well, because if that kills him, I probably would have targeted one of the others.
Target stunned or prone, +4 to hit.
Oh yeah.
So the 17 hits.
Okay, then first damage for the 17. That is 10 damage. Is he still up?
He is barely up, yeah. Yeah, the second one will kill him. We'll bring him down. He dies.
All right. I'm at 9 HP, guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
There are 2 ogres left.
I'm gonna go up to the one that attacked me and gonna stab him in the back.
Yeah, he
Joe
turned his back
is-
to you.
Oh,
Like
I
just
missed it.
straight up the butt, Neal. Straight up the butt.
Got it. Torque, did you include a +2 for back attack on that?
Yes, I did.
I didn't even include a +2 from back attack, but I think it's just a crit.
All right, so 22 does clear by 5. Clears by 7. So go ahead and roll me double damage. Joe, Torque, what's your weapon of choice?
Longsword.
Yeah, I think your longsword just tries to slice into him, but it just makes this big long slash through the leathery back of the ogre, the hairy leathery back of the ogre, not even really drawing any blood. It's just so hairy.
That's damage though.
Tattoos.
How does he react to a spear up his butt? Is he now stunned?
Well, there's already an orifice there, so it does less than full damage, less than optimal,
He has major internal bleeding though from the sharp point.
Yes, he does, but you might want to focus on making new holes rather than expanding the one that are already
Maybe
there. Just
But
in
it's
a...
time for infection, Neal.
Maybe
Alright.
an
Let's be real
accident.
here.
You can't just say. Yeah.
All right. Well,
That's true.
I do get a second attack now, so I'm pulling it out.
Oh! And there's the extra
Well,
pay.
that's a
Give me...
shitty move.
And now you have a poisoned weapon.
And then no.
No, you go to stab him again, and the ogre whirls and uses his club to knock your spear to the side, lowering his face down and at you.
Did you do another cold shot?
No, I wasn't doing cold shots. I'm level 2. I only have +2.
I will attack the one that he attacked.
All right, go for it.
This is all just flavor.
Ooh, that clears by 10.
Wow.
You double crit the ogre.
Nice.
Your rapier it's got that fine point, and you just apply enough pressure, and it slides all the way in.
Hold on, so I stab it up its butt.
Holy shit!
No good.
Him.
See, Nick, the thing is the butt cheeks compress to the side. It's like the catching of a blade. So he just tightens his butt cheeks, and the spear gets caught and just can't
No.
go anywhere.
I mean, the first time I stab up its butt, it whirls around, knocks my spear away, revealing his butt to him.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I just go straight through and right out of his detachable thing as well.
Yeah.
Just skewer it.
23 damage to this already wounded one. That'll do 10, 23 will bring it low, but not dead. But the ogre does let out a smorgasbord. Let's finish everyone else's turn. Did everyone finish their attacks?
Yeah, I did.
I get my second attack though, right?
Let's see your second attack.
Oh god.
Is this still a back attack or is this
Yeah, this is a back attack because he just whirled to face Joe.
No. Okay.
No, it's a miss. Okay.
I'll take it to pull it out, I guess.
Initiative roll. Let me make a separate morale check for the ogres. This is not going well for them.
We can say we're a bit of a pin in.
Ooh, free.
Right?
Nice.
You do beat their initiative.
All right.
They're still dazed by the events of the last couple of rounds.
I'm
Go
jumping
ahead.
at
15.
All right. You guys finish
Hit.
off one.
I think it cuts him down, right?
If you can do at least 3
9.
damage, yes, you bring it down. There's just one ogre left,
Alright.
whirling
I will-
about frantically, shaking his club.
I
It's all
will.
ogre. It's all ogre now.
I will shuffle around to the back. I will shuffle around to the back to the ogre, and yeah, I'm just going to attack.
Sure.
2 times.
You've basically got him surrounded at this point.
That's a hit, and
hit.
That's a 27.
It does clear by 10, so it's a single crit since it's not a natural 18.
Okay. 3d4 plus.
I'm surprised if he still lives after that.
I mean,
22 damage.
the crits don't do that much, really.
No,
it only
it-
does
The
is
crits
add
don't
an
do
extra
much.
D4.
It's just the constant, steady stream.
Is it still alive, Neal?
Yes, it is. It's still
All right, then
alive. And...
I'll come up on his flank and miss.
You know, we promised that gnome. Yeah, he's good in a fight. It's like cut to this fight.
Joseph.
What?
Joe.
I think
did you
I
make
already
attack?
stabbed the one dead,
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, Victor then.
Victor.
Stabby and a missy. And it's the ogre's turn. He's
Unless I can
panicked.
get a back attack, I suppose, but
And he's effectively surrounded.
He's effectively surrounded, so he's just gonna go after the one who desecrated his friend. And he brings his
Which
club.
one? Which one, Neal?
You, Big Bad Cane, you. He brings the club directly overhead and tries to, what's
Flappy,
that game
flappy?
at arcades?
Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole, you. Not at arcades, at, fairs.
Arcades.
With a modified 20 to hit.
That hits.
That's exactly your AC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Might have to rest for a day, guys.
A day?
4 and 6 is 10 points of damage
I'm
as
down.
he whack-a-moles you into the ground.
I'm at -1.
And then I think it's initiative time.
No, it's not. I get my second attack.
Go for it.
Come on.
So I can miss this one too. Oh!
Oh,
Is that
you
a double
clear.
crit?
Yes, it is. You clear by 10. Roll triple damage.
He can hold himself in a fight. Fung.
Oh my god, it's a pretty inadequate triple crit. But
You know
it is
what?
still
He only
15 damage.
had 14 HP. So you get him in the back of the calf. You sever that tendon. He drops to one knee, and you can just put the sword through his back.
Oh yeah.
And he falls forward, flat on his face.
I cannot patch him up.
All right,
All right, guys.
You got -2 now, Big Bad Cane. Someone else make a check.
what's that? Is that just
Int.
Int.
Okay, I'll try it. Come on, we need you alive, big bad boy.
-3.
Okay.
Torque.
If he fails, I'm dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all up to you.
Oh,
Oh.
Talk. Goodbye, Talk.
Told you,
All
Torque's a
right.
good
Oh,
boy.
so if we fail 3 patching ups, he dies.
No,
No,
there's
it's just
No.
we're out of
You can
Nobody else
only
can patch me up.
attempt
Okay,
once.
no one can. We can't retry. to patch
right,
him up.
right.
But the thing is, we have no healer.
I should get a healing.
Don't worry, we've got a cart.
So you guys are there in your camp looking around. There's 3 dead naked ogres lying around you. An unconscious Big Bad Cane. What? You're a human, right, Big Bad Cane?
Yeah.
Okay. The fire is still going, but the whole area is a mess of like blood and bits and pieces of people lying all over the place. And we're gonna take a break here. When we come back, the party will try and get their stuff together and complete the mission, but it might be a little difficult with Big Bad Cane out of the picture for now. We'll
Don't
see
worry, I
how
have
they.
ranged.
Don't worry, we're just gonna go to Stoneport and wait for 40 days.
We'll see you guys on the other side of our break. Bye, everyone.